and your vibe, always have your back. We like all the same tracks, listen all night in the sheets all black. Said I'm falling fast, don't remember life before you, that's fact.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So guys, in the last video I showed you guys 2 ways how to make tuna oil. If you haven't seen that video, the link will be in my description below, so you guys can go ahead and check out that video. In today's video is another DIY video. I am going to show you guys how to make tuna hair butter. Okay guys, I don't know if you guys realize, but we're having a tuna episode. Okay, so let's jump right into the video. These are the tuna oil that I made in the last video, and I told you guys that I was going to use them to make tuna hair butter. So I showed you guys 2 methods on how to make tuna oil. And I'm going to use 1.5 bottle, and these bottles are 2 ounces. Okay, so we're going to make a hair butter that is very, very good for our hair. And what we need is the tuna oil as well as cocoa butter. I'm not making a lot of hair butter, so this is all the cocoa butter that I am going to use. Also, you're going to need shea butter. This is very, very good for the hair, as well as the cocoa butter, very moisturizing for our hair. So we need both. So for the first thing we're going to do, we're going to put a pot on the stove with some water, because we're going to melt this butter using the double boiler method. You can also use the microwave if you prefer, but I prefer to use the double boiler method. All right, I think this way is a lot safer. So we're going to put all the butters that we need, which is the cocoa butter and the shea butter, into this jar, and then we're just going to put it into the hot water to have them melt. Just in case you're wondering why you should use shea butter in your hair and why this is a good choice to use in your hair butter, shea butter is rich in fatty acid and other nutrients that are important to maintaining a healthy scalp and healthy hair. The high content of vitamin A, E, and F helps to keep hair soft and moisturized, which is especially important for people with naturally curly hair who often have dry hair and a dry scalp. So of course guys, shea butter is so moisturizing, and this butter gonna keep our hair moisturized so we can retain length. The moisturizing and nourishing properties of shea butter can help to improve the overall health and appearance of the hair, reducing breakage and supporting healthy hair growth. Now that we have all our butters in the jar, we're going to place the jar into the hot water. As soon as I placed the jar, the thing cracked, guys. Literally, it cracked. I had to change the bowl and put the butter into this glass bowl instead, because I wasn't going to chance it. The jar cracked and I just threw it away. So then we're going to let the butter melt. We're going to let it stay on the stove until it's completely dissolved. I'm going to pour my tuna oil into the mixture as well, because you just want to make sure everything is combined together. Okay, so let me tell you guys some benefit of using cocoa butter in your hair butter. Apart from reducing hair loss, cocoa butter helps repair dry, damaged hair and prevent further damage by adding lubrication to the strands and reducing breakage. It adds strength by penetrating into the hair structure and sealing the cuticles, locking in water, nutrients, and fortifying the hair. Cocoa butter is rich in vitamin B1, which is vital for preventing hair loss, strengthening hair growth, and protecting it from external aggressions. So because I know of these amazing benefits that these butters contribute to our hair, I chose to use these 2 butters specifically. You can also use mango butter if you have mango butter, but I chose to use cocoa butter and shea butter for this hair butter. So now guys, after everything is melted and combined together, I am going to remove the oil from the stove and put it to cool off. Look, as you guys can see, everything is fully melted. There's no lumps, there's no chunks of nothing, just pure butter. And this is the cocoa butter, the shea butter, and the tuna oil. All right, so we're gonna let it cool off. I was just using my finger to test it to make sure, because now we're going to add our essential oils, and we cannot add essential oils into the oil if it's warm or hot, because that will kill the benefits of the essential oil, the heat. So we're using vitamin E oil, lavender oil, tea tree oil, and as well as rosemary oil and I can never pronounce that name. Anyways, and peppermint oil. You can use any essential oil of your choice, but those are the ones that I chose to use that I think would be very beneficial to my hair in my hair butter. So after adding all your essential oils, you just want to make sure you stir for a quick, like a few seconds or maybe a minute, to make sure everything is fully combined. Next, I'm going to use this saran wrap to cover the bowl properly. You want to make sure the bowl is covered entirely, and I'm going to place it into the freezer for about 15 minutes. But you want to make sure you keep checking on it, guys, to make sure it's not too frozen, because you don't want it to be frozen, but you want it to be hard. So we're going to keep checking on it to make sure it's not too frozen. So into the freezer. So this is after 15 minutes, and this is what our butter is looking like. Because I checked on it, I took it out and checked on it, and that's why you see it looks a little like runny, because I kept checking on it. Now you're gonna use a hand mixer, and we're gonna mix that until it's like fluffy, like really fluffy, like whipped cream fluffy. Okay, so this is gonna take you maybe like 10 minutes, 15 minutes the most, to make sure everything is all fluffed out and it's like silky smooth and fluffy and nice. But you just want to take something to kind of dig the edges, because the edge is going to be a lot harder than the middle, because whatever the fridge did. But you want to make sure you dig those sides and make sure everything is like fully combined and fluffy and just nice. Okay, if you reached this far in my video, guys, please remember to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you learned something, or if you like the video, or even if you're gonna try this recipe. Give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more DIYs and hair care videos. Comment down below, let me know what else you guys would like me to make with the tuna plant next. The next DIY I should make. I think I'm gonna make the DIY tuna soap. I'm thinking about it, but let me know what you guys think. As you guys can see here, the butter is coming along. It looks fluffy, but you want to make sure it's a lot more fluffy than this. So I kept, mixing it until I see where I was satisfying. The fluffiness was like satisfying to me. If you haven't seen how I made the DIY tuna oil, the link will be in my description below. So guys, please check that video out so you know how to make your tuna oil. I share 2 ways to make tuna oil. So if you don't have a blender, you can still make tuna oil, okay? And this is what the butter is looking like right now. Let me know if you guys like this recipe. Let me know if you guys will try this recipe at home. And I think I was satisfied with what it looks like right now. So I really feel like this is it. Oh my God, guys, this was so fluffy, so creamy, and I really think that I made the perfect amount. Like, it wasn't too much that I'm gonna have forever, because I do not have any preservative. This is 100% natural hair butter, no preservatives. You have to make sure you do not let it go next to water. So I have this container that I'm just gonna place my butter into. So you have to make sure, do not use your wet fingers or hand into the butter. Keep it out of the bathroom, and if you're going to use it in the bathroom, do not let any water get inside it. When the time is hot, it will melt. Also, if it does melt, you can just place it in your fridge and it will just hard up back, and it will be like fluffy and nice again. But if it's really hot temperature, it's going to melt, so don't be surprised if it melts in hot temperature. But once you want it to be creamy again, you just put it back into the fridge and it will be creamy and nice. Or you can keep it in a cool room. All right, so this is the amount of butter that I made. I think it was a perfect amount. I won't have it forever. I will be using this in my hair as well as my daughter's hair. I have relaxed hair. My daughter has natural curly hair. So this will be perfect for both of us to keep our hair moisturized. I am currently stretching my relaxer, so this will definitely keep my hair moisturized and my daughter hair as well. So you guys can see when you rub it together, when you rub the butter in your fingers or your hand, it melts because the heat melts it. But this is what it looks like, and I'm so happy with the result. I love the consistency. It feels amazing. It smells so natural. It smells amazing, and I am loving it, guys. And guys, this butter was not hard to make. Just as all you guys see it in the video, that's exactly everything that I've done. It's not hard to make. It's pretty easy to make. It's not like really time consuming as well. At least it's 100% natural and you know what's in your product, okay? So here I am just trying to make like a thumbnail with the tuna plant and my hair butter, and I'm just so proud of myself. I'm just so loving this. I also have a video on my channel how I made the aloe vera and almond powder hair butter. Oh my god, I love that. So next I'm going to show you guys how I use this butter in my hair. Currently I am wearing a protective style, and those are cornrows that I've been wearing for the past about 2 weeks now. So yes, I have to keep my hair very moisturized while wearing my cornrows. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use some of the butter, put it on my finger and rub it together and just moisturize my hair with it. And I do this, I've been using this hair butter for the past week and a half now. So I've been using like every 2 days on my hair and my daughter hair, and our hair loves it, guys. So it keeps our hair very moisturized so we don't experience dryness or breakage or anything like that. So these are different ways you can use this butter. You can use it on your twist out, you can use it on your wash and go, you can use it before installing your protective styles, or you can just rub it in your hair as a daily moisturizer. Guys, when I tell you this butter is going to keep your hair so moisturized and so hydrated, and you want to make sure you get those ends, okay? Whatever you do, remember to moisturize the ends of your hair because they're the oldest, so they are the weakest. We all know once our hair is moisturized, it will not break off and we will retain a length. So now that my hair is fully moisturized, I'm just going to use my satin scarf. Also remember, whatever you do, whenever you moisturize your hair, always use your satin scarf or bonnet to protect your hair when you're going to bed. Do not sleep without protecting your hair after moisturizing your hair, because we don't want to remove all that moisture that we just added. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Bye.